Hello, hello, everybody. Michelle. I thought I'd put in some information before I go to sleep. I'm not really sleepy yet, but it's easy for me to relax myself and then off to sleep I go. But anyway, after after looking at some of the stuff that people were posting today, um, I know with a lot of us, there's a lot of uncertainty about things. There's a lot of uncertainty and we all make goals, we all have plans, and those factors are good, and they have their purpose, because you do want to have some sort of idea, how you want to conduct yourself and conduct your life and the things you want to have in your life. Um, but as I said, interpersonal relationships are extremely important. You know, um, caring for humanity and the people in it and the animals, the trees, the flowers, everything. And I notice there's a difference in how things are blooming because we're in the month of April, and usually you just see colorful things everywhere, you know, throughout the community. My garden, especially in my garden. But that those are the effects of the climate. The climate is stressed out. It's stressed out, and a lot of it has to do with overpopulation and the disturbance in the flow of air, and the substance that we need to stay alive, so a lot of people are dealing with certain factors in that regard, whether it's whether it's the weather, the environment, the climate, infrastructure, you know those type of things. But at the same time, you just have to find paradise in wherever you are. You have to find paradise and make the necessary efforts to you know do what you need to do to keep the fluctuation from being so extreme in your life. Do everything you can to keep things neutral and a calming, and that way you can get information as to what to do. Your sensing and receiving can improve. Like I said, meditation help with that, with your sensing and receiving, so your instincts will kick in and you can pick up opportunities that way. So so but yeah, it's important to come away though from the materialism, or being materialistic about whether, I mean, those type of things, and whether those type of things are going to give you what you want. I think temporarily, yes, temporarily. I think the basic necessities, of course, are important. Of course, the shelter, transportation, clothing, food. Um, so again, you have to meditate and be realistic. You know, and then there's some days where nothing's happening, but at the same time something is always happening. I know that's what I was reading too. A lot of people were saying, well, nothing's happening. Something's happening. Uh, Whereas a lot of it is out of our control, unfortunately. The things that are happening. In other words, if a boulder is coming, was a rock at one point, and as it keeps turning and coming down, it's growing and growing and growing and growing. And that's what happened with our overpopulation. You know, it started out really small, and now it's just everything is like tumbling and tumbling and tumbling. So in certain regions, it's just out of control, and like I said, the damage has been done per se. So you just have to, again, keep your senses keen on what's happening in your own environment where you are. I mean, I care about people all over the world and all over the universe, but I can only be concerned about where I am and where I sit, where I stand, and if if opportunities open up to where I can be here, there, or everywhere, or here, there, or somewhere, then those opportunities will open up, and there will not be much effort on my end to necessarily force things to happen. They just naturally happen, and that's how it has been in my life. When it's the right moment, it's the right moment. When it's the right time, it's the right time. But I know a lot of people get very uneasy with nothing happening, so they sense, but that's not true. There's always something happening. It's just what are you aware of, and what are you paying attention to? So, and just be concerned about where you are right now. If you need to be somewhere else, you'll get to that somewhere else at the appropriate moment. But don't try to pull too much forward at one time, because you're not going to be able to handle it. It'll be too much and it'll be overwhelming. um, so I just want to share that, and just let you know we're all in the same boat. We're all on the same planet. We're all seeking certain things and certain qualities of life. Some people want to have more of this, some want to have more of that. Um, and at one point, I mean, well, at some point in the future, you'll have a little bit more control on your so-called destiny. But now, it's at a crucial point because of our, like I told you, our lower vibrational. We should have been much higher and higher and higher in our vibrational, which is all energy, but it's a matter of thoughts. It's a matter of thoughts. And when you have everybody so below mostly in their beliefs, that's mostly where people are. They're in their beliefs. uh, they're like trying to force stuff to happen, and it just doesn't work that way. A lot of people figure if they could force it, then it can happen, but it doesn't. It's just interference, really. It's interference. So just be easy on yourself, um, and do put more effort into silence, more so than wanting something to happen. Consider silence, and see what happens. And like I said, and build up the senses, build up your hearing, build up your vision, your feelings, build those, and your sensing and receiving. Build up that, and see what happens, but just stay grounded in where you are. If you need to be somewhere else, you'll get there one way or another. All right. So I just want to say good night to everyone. Be gentle, be loving, and just allow things to happen without so much force and so much interference on your behalf. And that's usually via the thoughts. The thoughts. Just see if you can kind of silence everything, and bring it up and neutralize yourself. And I hope that makes sense. If not, I'll keep talking, because like I said, you have to sometimes have to keep repeating stuff over and over and over, and you have to say it in certain sentences in different ways, just to, so people can pick it up. All right. So peace and love, everybody. Night night.